Welcome, welcome, welcome to Spire of Euclid. Happy to see y'all. Welcome to Spire of Euclid, aka Hunters of Io Season 2. Happy to have y'all on board. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day today. I'm excited. Brand new D&D campaign. Couple of brand new players. I mean, Summer, of course, being one of them, but you know how it is. You know how it be, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and let everyone know that I'm muting, and we're going to begin. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
All right, we're playing poker. 1 second.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see that, Summer. You have a problem, as always.
I was teaching them.
You're teaching them how to play poker.
I learned I'm doing it from her, okay?
Momo isn't even here yet.
I know. Well, someone. Oh, Scott. I was like, Scott left and came back. That's okay. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to take care of, anyways. Let me go ahead and what do I want to mute? I want to mute this site. It's okay. Today's a session 0 kind of day, so we're gonna have a good day today. Where is the darkness of the void atmosphere? I can do a wind, or I can do a forest. I don't know. What kind of atmosphere am I looking for? But how's everyone been? When was the last time we did Hunters? What was the Hunters finale? Does anyone remember?
Dare talked to that guy, and we sided with him.
No, I mean when?
Oh, when?
Yeah,
Like
when?
three weeks?
Was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I missed you guys. I hope you all have been well.
Yo.
I'm looking for. Oh, I guess this is what I used. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Summer, I have to. We're waiting on Momo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in whenever. Smiley face. Smiley face. Nah, just one smiley face. I feel
angry face.
Yeah, no angry face. What? No. What?
Is she
Come on in whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Is she aware that this was when we were doing this?
Yeah, I mean, she talked about it. She messaged
Okay, I
it
didn't see her in the Discord. Just making sure.
Yeah, in the Discord, she said I still got to level up my person, and also we said the date a couple of times, and also you all are here, so I can't. Not really much. Not much more I can do on that end. You know what I mean? Also, Snake, nice to meet you, sir. Hope you're doing okay today.
Yeah, likewise, I'm well enough. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's always good to meet new people who have an interest in D&D and who are already acclimated with a group. So I really do. I appreciate you joining in for this.
Glad to be here.
Summer.
Hi.
Day 3.
Day 3.
Summer.
Is Summer just in every single one of your campaigns now?
I'm not in 2 of them.
She's in most of them. I've run 5 campaigns a week. She's in 3 of them. My God. All right. So here's the thing, right? This is what I feel like. I feel like originally I invited Summer into the Nova Hellscape because Hunters of Io was wrapping up. Didn't know if there was going to be season 2. Radiance was wrapping up. Didn't know if there's going to be an aftermath of that. And it just so happened that when Hunters of Io ended, I was like, hey, if you guys want a season 2, I'm more than happy to DM a season 2 for you guys. And then Naomi asked Summer, and Summer was on board. And then for Radiance, they decided to continue over to a season 4. So yeah, she just ended up being like in 3 of my games one night. Hey, it's all right. I have no problem.
Is there a 4th incoming?
Is there a? Oh my God, I hope not. Like Summer would literally. No offense to Summer, but you know, it's like so the reason why Summer was good for Hunters is because originally I was down for a 5-player campaign. But since this campaign originally had 6 players, I was like, yeah, what the hell? If Summer wants to be a numero 6, I'm cool with it. Summer's good people, so I don't mind DMing them like 3 fucking times.
But
Fucking
four is that crosses the boundary.
See,
No, I
it would only be 4 if I, for whatever reason, guest starred on goblins or misdemeanor, and misdemeanor's more likely than goblins.
Well, no, there could potentially be 4 because I've got a couple of campaigns that involve the shadow. So.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So there is always that possibility that I might just, for the meme's sake, just grab Summer and be like, "Hey, you're gonna be in this game as well."
Every campaign.
Dude, my stream schedule revolves around you now.
Oh, that is. Do not say that. That's terrible. I feel I feel awful if that's the case. Oh my god. Archimedes and Asmodeus Destiny Return. Man, one of these days, I'm trying to get those player slots filled up, you know? I thought about just combining the 2 games together, but I don't know. It's just the meshing of people just in general is just a super nerve-wracking thing. You ever have like all these groups of friends, right? And then you're afraid like if you combine them, you one of your groups of friends is like, "Yo, I hate those people," and you're like, "Cool, but those are my friends." But okay, like that doesn't ever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, does anyone have that kind of like paranoia when
I'm trying to mesh the groups together? You just worry about conflicts of interests and circles. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, like it like they check off like one group checks off these boxes, but another group checks off a whole different set of boxes, and then you're afraid of anxiety, ladies and gentlemen. This is the world of anxiety.
I just hope that Arya has eaten somebody already, and if she hasn't eaten somebody, God, am I gonna make her eat somebody?
I mean, if you want Arya to eat someone, we can make that happen, my friend.
Cool.
We can absolutely make that happen. So
both of my gremlins in your world are starving right now.
Where? Oh yeah, that's right. I keep getting distracted. I need to update Summer's token. I'll take you guys to the void while we are setting things up and getting things together. I love the void, dude. As we see, we have Summer's work in progress token, but I need to go ahead and update that today.
There's so many elves here.
Yeah. Well, no.
3 out of 6.
Well, no, Hayo is halfling.
She's halfling, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Naomi's a wood elf. Snake's a high elf. I'm a sea elf.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, you're a sea elf? Is that what I thought you were? I thought you were eel.
It's like eel themed sea elf.
I thought that's what you were because everyone keeps screaming eel. So I just
no, don't trust me. It's still eel themed. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank God. I really would have been super freaking disappointed if it wasn't that.
I just want sea elf, for thematic sake and certain stuff.
No eel.
No, trust me, eel is still happening.
Eel. I'm definitely gonna work with you in building a eel-like society. So
here, I'll put her full picture in the group chat. Look at this. Look at the eels.
Chat said, I'm not sure if you knew already, but Momo has let it known that she's taking a break this week from online because of her wisdom teeth and personal issues. Okay. I mean, I wasn't made aware of it, but if she can't make it today, that's okay. Today's kind of a setup session. Well, I mean, today's a setup session anyway, so it's already a session 0 to kind of get Summer and Snake acclimated. So, and to kind of like introduce to you your main city that you'll be visiting. So if Momo can't make it, that's
she
fine.
just responded in our chat.
Oh, well,
She said okay.
Okay, yeah, whatever Momo wants to do. Today's chill. Today's a chill sesh. Chill day. Well, because you guys have so many options, which I fucking love when it comes to D&D. When I'm like options, sometimes it can be a little challenging, but I do love options. So I want to see what everyone wants to do in general, starting session 1 of where you guys are going to be. Oh yeah, that's right. You have night vision. Let me go ahead and do this. Boom. And then I'm gonna do this.
Ew.
Remove. You have been removed. And then boom. There we go.
Dude, you like my stripping cosplay?
I did joke.
I hate you.
Summer posted her art, and I was just like, "Yo, nice stripping fan."
Oh yeah,
I was
a
like,
little,
Strippin wishes he was this cool.
Yeah, nice stripping fan art. Absolutely love it. If stripping was an eel, God, the mixture. Excuse me.
Don't worry, I'm also playing someone else's cartoon character.
No, you're not. You're playing. You're playing you. You're playing.
No,
Eric.
it's original OC. Don't steal.
Original
Don't
OC.
steal.
That's Eric. Yeah, exactly. You've got nothing to worry about. All right, we
I
got
just
everyone there.
noticed that.
See, that's the thing. Like, the fact is, if you're just noticing it now, then obviously it is not of a trademark character.
That works.
Yeah.
Russ, I would love to know the history of your character, and if that is, like, did you draw that? Like, did you create that on your own?
Oh no, I got a guy who who offered to make my character art.
I got a Simpsons guy.
And he sent me some samples. I was like, man, that guy kind of looks like Homer Simpson. He's like, you got it. And I was like, wait, what are you doing? And then like a week later, he sent me that, and I was like,
Okay,
chef's kiss, perfect.
You got a guy, okay. I was just like, I thought you were just like, I don't know, here's Homer and I'll just draw some stuff on it. And you're like, no, I got a guy. I was like, oh, this is
I wish I was this artistically talented.
a purposely made Homer. Hi, Momo, how are you?
I'm alright. Momo.
Hey, Momo.
Hope you're feeling okay, Momo.
Yeah, I heard you had wisdom teeth stuff, so fortunately today's gonna be a pretty chill sesh, so give as much or as little energy as you'd like. Shit, everyone's here. The gang's all here. Before we get started, because I want to make sure we're just clear of everything that's going on. So, a couple of changes. This is going to be good for chat as well. If you were here for Hunter's Vile specifically, excuse me, I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot. My allergies are acting up today. If you're here for Hunter's Bio, you understand the mechanics of the system where everyone is hunting in the fabled forests of Atropa, where mythical creatures that cannot be found anywhere else on the planet of Iowar, and people, famed adventurers, warriors, arrive in Atropa to hunt these creatures, to earn fame, fortune, feast, whatever your objective is. That is why you've arrived in the forest of Atropa. As you face off against these creatures, you're able to make custom weapons that are imbued with the abilities of extraordinary abilities that are similar to different classes. So, for example, even though everyone is a fighter as a base class, we've got two people with Delamaro daggers that can deal sneak attack like a rogue, along with other rogue attributes. Hayo, for example, has a tome that is able to cast spells as if she was a sorcerer/wizard, while still remaining a fighter, a Psy warrior. And excuse me, Nexi has a lute built off a radiant crab shell. That she's able to play instruments, but also smack with heavy bludgeoning weapons. So, with that, what these weapons do is essentially grant you class abilities of a different class. So a change that has been made is, instead of these weapons just kind of always attaching, and also to simplify things and to kind of give you guys a nice little power boost, your weapons now give you secondary class levels depending on the strength of the weapon. So, for the Dealamaru daggers, now gives you 3 flat levels of rogue. So not only can you sneak attack, but you can also do a couple of other things that rogues do. The loot that Nexi has grants 3 levels of bard, and the tome that Hayo has grants 3 levels, I believe, of wizard. So, with that gives additional bonuses to hit points. It increases your efficiency bonus, and it gives you other attributes. Everyone currently has a baseline with no subclass, but as you continue to empower your weapons, I will handle the levels. You don't have to worry about anything about that. Subclasses will also be attributed to your weapons as well. So everyone effectively is a multi-class right now, with your secondary class be given to you by the weapons that have been forged. Also, another update. that has been made to all of the IO campaigns. Instead of rolling for HP, everyone has max HP all the time, and that is a retroactive thing as well. So you will notice all of you have.
We always have max HP?
You always have max
We
HP.
never take damage?
So we never take damage. Easiest campaign ever.
Nice.
No. You always roll max
No,
HP.
you said it.
No,
it's
no,
in law
no,
now.
no,
It's
Scott,
already written
you
down.
roll max
Contract
HP.
made.
Dude, come on.
And ship it.
Come on, dude. I got
We're invincible.
allergies. You gotta give me them. I got allergies. You
I
gotta
stabbed the
stop.
king.
Don't, dude.
I stabbed my new party members.
He too
They're
only
dead.
has max HP.
Guys,
Max
guys,
HP
I
summer.
worked really hard on this campaign. Don't do that. Come on.
Thank you for
Jeez.
making us gods.
No. No.
No.
I get it now. There's no gods in this world, and this is the origin story of how there's going to be gods again. I'm on board.
That is another campaign. Wiggles eyebrows. Summer knows. Anyways, so
Because she's in it. It's this one. Let's go.
yeah.
Bullshit.
Guys, stop bullying the DM. Come on.
Statues of Homer Simpson everywhere.
I'm
Church
trying.
Ohio.
I'm trying to. It could be. It could
The
be a
world
Church
of Ohio.
The world of Hio. Yes.
I would fucking love just like Hio, who has abandoned all religion, decides, you know what? I want a religion.
The I and the O came from, brother.
All right, so let us begin with a session 0. Oh, so before that, as I've explained that, does that clarify what your weapons do? There's nothing that you guys have to handle or work. That'll all be handling me in the back end. All you guys can do is play the game the way you want. If you decide to change up your weapons to a different class set, you're free to do so. In addition, you all at the end of Hunters of Io found some stones that imbues upon your mind the memories of adventurers of fallen past. As you grasp onto these stones, if you do ever decide to change your base class of fighter and sleep for the night, after an hour of attuning to it and then going to sleep, you will dream of an adventurer of that class set and wake up not remembering the dream, but now being attuned to that class. So, for example, Dirk, I don't know if this is something... Do you want to share in-game what you've done?
I would like that to happen naturally in game, yes.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good to me. So, with that, the stones that you have found, I believe I pinned this.
Paladin, Rogue, and Sork.
God, thank you, Russ. I appreciate you. You're a blessing.
I have the stones. They're mine.
Are we gonna find
They're in a
stones
jar.
that can turn the other 3 party members also into elves?
Oh my God.
What?
We need elf stones.
There's no, well, I mean, I can't say one way or another if there's an elf stone or not. Wiggles eyebrows. I mean, you never know.
Well, listen, we're halfway there.
God, how fucked up would that be? If, like, the entire game is just to turn everyone into an elf.
It needs to be God when you can be an elf.
My gosh.
It's pure racism.
That is, man, I'm pretty open on whatever you guys want to do. That's going to be rough. That's going to be a rough story to sell, guys. I'm sorry. I'm pretty open on, like, you know, here's a world that you could play and do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know about that one, Chief. That one feels a little uncomfortable.
Listen, revive the gods and then find a druid and just keep spamming reincarnate. It'll work eventually.
My God. Well, reincarnate works differently in IO, and you'll find that out when someone actually reincarnates someone. Not now, though.
Monka Giga.
Yeah, Monka Giga indeed. I don't know what you're saying, meme person, but Monka Giga indeed. Oh, that's right. Everyone joined the new IO campaign. Let me go ahead and make sure you all have control of your tokens.
How do I update my token art?
So this is the art. This is the latest art I saw. If there was another art, can you do me a favor and...
Oh, I linked it to you.
Can you link it?
But I'll link it again.
Yeah, because, you know, smooth brained.
That's okay. Honestly, I'm surprised at how little we actually have to do ourselves on our sheets and stuff.
Well, it's, I just want you guys not to have to worry about, that kind of stuff. Obviously, you still have the...
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the freedom to choose and customize the way that you want to do that, but at the same time, I want to make sure that your primary focus is just to play a game and have fun and hang out with some buds that you guys haven't seen in a while. So that's all I want you guys doing.
DM, I want to take levels into the princess class.
No! Shut up,
Fuck!
Summer!
There's a princess class? I
There
wasn't
is, and
aware.
it's really good.
Wait, is it?
It's like a summoner class.
Okay, hold up. Is it an official class that has
No,
been
no,
released by
it's
Wizards?
definitely not official.
Then, no. It's Bugs Bunny.
Can we
Bugs Bunny
subclass?
gift.
Are there princess
no.
weapons?
There are
Like,
princess
you know, a
weapons.
tiara?
Wait, here, let me find the class page. I'm just doing this for fun at this point. It's a really funny class.
Yeah, go for it. Bugs Bunny meme, no. You know what Bugs Bunny gif I hate? And
Which one?
I'm willing to announce this live in front of everyone. The one where he's sawing off Florida and then Florida like goes off into like the middle of nowhere. Because anytime something happens in Florida, the state that I live in, some freaking edgelord is like, he post gif, and I'm like, you can stop. you could stop that now. I'd really appreciate that. So any Florida argument is like, that has to be the response, and I'm just like, cool, dude. No, thank you. All right, and then perfect. This is exciting.
Beautiful.
Yes, very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okie dokie. Let me switch over to this so I don't accidentally open this in the active tab that's being shown right now. Okay, that's not. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Dude, don't show your DM notes.
I've done that.
I know, I was in that session.
Size. I done that. So now I have to make the boss even harder because everyone saw my DM notes.
No, not the mushroom.
Yeah, no mushroom. I'm looking forward to that session. That's gonna be. I've rearranged big battles into just that's the session is that battle instead of it like instead of it being like cliffhangers in the middle of battles. Excuse me. So I'm looking forward to that session very much. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and you may die.
I'm looking forward to ruining your life by continuing to be in your sessions every week.
Listen, these are words that you have said. I have not said this.
Can I just say, just that was my favorite sentence I've heard in a long time out of context. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but you may die. I don't know why I just love that sentence.
Again, what am I subbing every month for? You haven't killed me yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, you keep giving me money, and then
I keep getting into more campaigns to give you more opportunities to do it, and I'm let down. I'm let down, Brett. Where's my death?
Well,
Where's my grave?
Well, you keep paying me, and then I just go, ooh, sorry, maybe this month. Just keep giving me that sub money, and I'm just licking my face like, subs, yummy, selling out. And so, yeah.
The problem is that you're giving yourself anti-death markers, Summer, by asking for death. You need to start, like, trying
Is
to
that the
survive.
answer?
Yeah. You need to get new art every session.
Oh yeah, the art
You need to
curse.
probably find a love interest.
Yep, the new art curse. I forgot about it.
Every time
Get over all your character problems.
Summer, I suggested that Arya was dead, and you were like, what, dude? No!
Okay, because I want you to actually kill me in a combat, not poetic, like, cinematic death.
Yeah.
I want you to really kill me.
Summer, you can't be.
I want you to earn that kill.
Summer, you can't be like, kill me, DM, and I'm like, oh, Arya might be dead, and you're like, but don't kill
No,
me
because
like
that's
that,
the cheap
dude.
way out. I want you to kill me.
Oh my god.
With blood, not cinematic.
Summer, I literally killed your parents and made.
That's true. You did put my parents in a blender.
I literally made you kill your dad without you realizing you killed your dad. Can you give
That
me
was
some?
really fucked up.
Yeah, it was
That's
fucked
pretty
up.
angsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my mom was in a bottle of wine, and we were like, wow, this really brings a new meaning to the term wine mom.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're ultimate edgelord, so I don't want to
Do it again.
Do it. God, you have such a Summer, you have a problem. Summer, you have a problem, Summer. I'm gonna give you a happy campaign, and you're gonna lose your freaking mind.
No, it's too happy, not enough suffering.
Naomi, is your token good?
Yes.
Okay, good. I apologize for not updating it after so long.
That's okay.
I wanted to make sure. I thought I was using the latest art because I didn't want to be like, yeah, I'll get to it, whatever. Like you paying for art and then being like, I don't know, we're just doing it. Okay. Clear my throat. Clear my throat. Okie dokie. Rings hands. Let's set up the scene. Let's set up the scene. Let's set up the aftermath. Oof. Hey, can I play both? Yes, I can. Ooh, hold up.
Layered music and ambience.
I'm gonna layer the shit out of some ambience here. You hold on one second. Where's my? God, I have a lot of things. I got a lot of things called tavern, and I don't know if it's music or ambience. Nope, not ambiance. Okay. 1 second, please. Just give me one moment. Just gotta. Chat, cover your ears.
We're about to say some curse words.
We're about to say some swears.
Heck.
Hell damn fart.
Ah, there it is. Tavern. Do you see that? Do you see how I'm just layering it all together? Oof. Oof.
I see it. I'm witnessing it.
All right. So, a little bit of a brief recap. I'll take you over here for now, if you don't mind. And we'll be placing your tokens around shortly. Please don't mind as the rest of the map loads. So for the 4 people, the 4 players here that were part of the Hunters of IO campaign, welcome back. Glad to have you guys back so I can DM you a second time. Summer and Snake, welcome to Season 2 of Hunters, also known as Spire of Euclid. Happy to have you guys on board. As a brief recap of what happened last season, all of you are experienced hunters in the forest kingdom of Atropa, where you are under the service of the Gormon King and a member, each of you members of the Hunters Guild. You have been recruited. You've been recruited to hunt against fearsome foes that you can only find here in the forest of Atropa, and that you did, facing off against plenty of threats that endangered the forests, getting paid, and as well as making fine arms and armaments so that to further enhance your hunting capabilities. You faced off against a fearsome solar raptor, a crab that had the energy of radiance on their side, and at one point a giant poisonous frog that it was infused with the power of a dead god of the void. After doing such tasks and going off to your final fight, a sort of bird-like creature, an avian, with the ability to cast, to be able to use the power of lightning, something was amiss as you continue to travel for your, essentially your rank up quest, as you begin to find parts of creatures scattered across the forest. Adventuring forth, you did eventually find the fate of the mark you were supposed to hunt. What apparently, with all the creatures that were tampered, were infused upon a warrior that is said to be a spy for the Hunters Guild. They transformed into a ferocious beast with the powers of all the monsters you faced, including the mark that you wanted to. As an individual with a scythe seemed to be orchestrating all of it. As you faced off against the creature, emerging victorious, you were to be picked up by the Hunters Guild by a small airship to return back to your Hunter's Haven. And there you witnessed the airship being shot down. You had to travel north through the forest on foot, where you then began to encounter creatures that seemed more manufactured than natural. Chimeras of sort, specifically one of a displacer beast, made of the material of a panther, along with other sort of snake-like scales, mysterious tendrils. And you came to the conclusion that this creature had been manufactured. It wasn't natural to the forest. Continuing to the north, you return back to the Hunter's Haven, where once again you faced off against Chandame, the mysterious scythed individual who had apparently attacked the Hunter's Haven, murdering a majority of the people inside. He revealed his reasoning for everything that he was, mentioning that he believed he was created off of Io the best way to describe an alien invader, extraterrestrial, against a force known as the Clan of Cosma, who seeks to destroy Io. And he specifically, awakened from this, wanted to remove the charade that is the Hunters Guild, mentioning only briefly that the Gormon King is the one that has been releasing monsters upon the forests for hunters to kill. You're uncertain what his reasons are for it or why he's doing it, but he mentions that the entire Hunters Guild essentially is a lie, and the denizens of Atropa are endangered. Specifically mentioning a spire the creatures come from, the Spire of Euclid. He mentioned its entry into the spire. He needed a number of stones which would permit him entry. Stones that were on him, which was imbued the memories of a paladin, a sorcerer, and a rogue. Yeah, and a rogue at that point. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. My apologies. The party was a bit, I think, on the half and half on whether to join the Scythed Man or to go and forge your own path, where a knightly fellow who was also part of the Hunters Guild wanted to give justice to the Scythed Man because he murdered everyone within the Hunters Guild. After a long discussion and a failed persuasion, the knightly honorable man took liberty to quote unquote execute Chandame, pushing him off the tree-like canopy, his body down below. And with that, you all left the Hunter's Haven to continue your adventure to learn more of the Spire of Euclid and see exactly what you would be doing. It is also at that point to note that Pickles, a young tabaxi that was part of your party, because of your choice to continue to investigate the matter further, departs from your party, leaving his wiggler head behind on the table before. You travel to the north to the capital of Atropa, which is where this area is right now, to the city of Trials, specifically where the Gormon King resides. And it is the capital of the Atropa Forest Kingdom. I'm going to go ahead and drag your tokens out now. Wha-bam, wha-bam, wha-bam. Let's say you've been traveling now for about a couple of weeks on foot. Airship's still down, as the Hunters Guild seems to be in a bit of a panic and a bit of a scramble. Give me 1 second. For some reason, your token was not saved, Eric. Hey.
I'm a slippery man.
My cat is going wild. I apologize. All right. Ah, there you are. Wha-bam. Pickles is in a pickle. So, now with 2 members having left your party, you all are currently in aid to search for more seasoned hunters, since you all have, at this point have become very experienced within your travels. All right, so did I add? I did not add. Music time. Let me explain a little bit of the City of Trials.
How did we get here again?
Traveled north on foot. Unfortunately, the airships at this point in time are currently down, as they seem to be in threat whenever they're in the sky. So the Hunter's Guild is trying to keep a little bit of a low profile in case there are enemies afoot that wish to do the Hunter's Guild harm.
Okay, so this is essentially just returning to the nearest Hunter's outpost, kind of, right?
This is actually the capital city.
It's the main one, right?
Outpost. The City of Trials.
Gotcha.
So, this is where you also figured you'd be able to gather more answers, find a couple of additional hunters that will be able to assist you more with your trials, and then figure out what your next course of action is. So it has been a couple of weeks of travel since you four have moved over to the north. Has there been any sort of changes that your characters have gone through during those past couple of weeks that you'd like to share?
Yes, but
you can do
that'll happen naturally.
Okay, sounds good. So, you've arrived here, going through from the Hunt Keeper over here. A couple of hunters that are looking to gather together, adventure, and also hunt, to hopefully join you in your cause and what you'd all like to do. And you're going to be meeting them today to see if they would be a good fit for your adventuring party as you adventured around the Forest of Atropa.
And for the record, where...
Yes.
Was it actually described where the Spire of Euclid was?
No,
it was right. Was it?
It was never described. No, because I believe one of the other key things about this is that Hyo identified a runestone that specifically links to the Spire of Euclid. So it's not publicly known where the Spire is, but you do believe you know how to find it. But more importantly, if you unlock the other runestones, you believe that you may actually be able to gather entry into the Spire of Euclid without gathering all of the memory stones that is able to change your classes, essentially, as one of the options. So one of the things you guys were thinking about at the end was to go at it by yourself, go at it on your own, essentially, with the runestones. Not necessarily having to try and gather these other stones to open it up, where there are apparently people who are guardians of the stone, and specifically why Sean DeMay murdered these people so that he could acquire those stones from those guardians. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool, awesome. Just want to make sure.
Are we eating anything?
I'm sorry?
No.
Are we eating anything currently?
Yeah, you'd probably go ahead and be eating a simple beef stew, a free food that is offered over to all hunters that venture, all members of the Hunter's Guild that venture in here.
Hyo would have gotten 2 plates.
Hyo has 2 plates of beef stew.
Yeah.
And a bread of and some stale bread. Also, Momo, your audio is a bit low. I've also maxed your gain. Just FYI.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay. You wouldn't recommend maxing
Dangerous game to play right there.
I've done it. You are at 200%. I'm playing the game. I can always turn you down. All right. So with that, you have gathered. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before your new hunters gather?
I have a herbalism kit and a poisoneers kit. Does any of that kind of relate to like alchemical tools or anything?
Well, so I believe you specifically need an alchemical kit. However, because the City of Trials is essentially the biggest city within the forested kingdom of Atropa, you're easily able to get that kit if you so desire.
How much would that be?
1 second. I can tell you. An alchemist supplies specifically. It would cost you 50 gold pieces.
Whew.
For hunters, for hunters it is 10.
Whew. Never mind. I'm broke.
I think we got what 50 gold, right?
Yeah,
I had to spend 50 gold to make poisons for the last session.
Yeah.
So I'm looking a little dry. All right. Never mind then.
You may have to take some more work to get some gold if that is what you seek at that point.
It sounds great to me.
Mm-hmm.
You could always borrow from us.
Yeah. No.
No. No.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah.
So then Eric would come back and sit down. Whew, I can't wait to get back to work. Pockets are a little light. And he pats himself.
Do we really need money? We just need information on how to find this place. That's all I care about.
And all I care about's the information. So, you're right. Yeah.
Well,
And Dirk will glance over at Hayo.
what do we do?
I guess we would go back to those runestones.
Think
She
it's
mentions
how
them
us
all.
find it?
Take out the jar and put them on the table.
Jar of what?
I have the 3 stones in the jar that we got from there last time.
In a jar?
Yeah, we were worried about touching them.
Okay, so yeah, you at that point you see Eric just kind of like lift up a glass jar, placing them on the table. He seems to be a bit. Do you look concerned?
Yeah, because I mean they're worth something. We just don't know what.
Okay, so you go ahead and place the jars down. You're looking at that. It is 3 stones specifically. All right. 1 second. I'm also doing some audio adjustments to make sure everyone can be heard. Okay. Lexi, what are you currently doing?
She's kind of twiddling her thumbs, eating her soup, absent-mindedly every now and then plucking her loot on the side.
How's
If
Lexi been
anyone
feeling
asks, we should be careful. Tell them that the stones are for a game or something.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Hold on, real quick.
Yes.
Is your name Nexi or Lexi? It's Nexi, right?
Nexi. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
short
Okay,
for
okay.
Nexi.
God damn it, Brett, making me feel like I'm going crazy.
Oh, did I say Lexi? Why the fuck did I say Lexi?
Oh, you said Nexi.
I heard Lexi.
I
Check
heard
the clip.
Nexi.
I don't even know what I
Goodbye.
said. You know what? Don't even know what I said. So I'm just
All
gonna
right,
say,
just call her
Lexi, what would you
Nexi Death to make it, to be sure.
Oh my god.
Lexi,
Yeah.
you play a lovely lute.
Oh, really? Oh, you like it? Oh, let me play louder for you. Thank you.
Lexi, you play a wonderful newt. All right.
Newt? Are you even drinking, bud?
Immersion.
Immersion. Bows. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead, flip a coin. Wapam! At that point, you identify an individual walking in that is the description of a hunter that you were curious of learning more about. Snake.
Yes, hello.
You walk in. Why don't you introduce yourself and the character that you'll be playing?
Hello, I am Snake. I am playing a fairly tall, roughly 6'1", 6'2" high elf.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Clad in a amalgam of very tattered robes, all in dark color.
Mm-hmm.
No visible weapon on his person. I walk in and immediately scan the room, going from person to person.
Mm-hmm. You've been given a general description of the hunting party that was looking for more people to join, to essentially join their group. And out there, you see and identify specifically the high elf playing the lute, understanding that the party themselves contained a musician, as well as a jovial rogue and one not as jovial. And you also understand that there was a halfling who would always have her face in a book.
Okay, do I know anything about, do their reputations precede them?
I would say not yet, as they are new adventurers, but they are moving up in the ranks very quickly.
Am I in a,
HR2.
Mm-hmm.
am I in a similar boat?
Yes, absolutely. You're no longer considered new to the world. You're becoming quite seasoned when it comes to being a hunter. But as far as reputations, it's still new and ready to be built. The one thing that is interesting of them, though, is that they are from the Hunter Haven that you have heard was attacked by foreign sources. Do you understand them as the few survivors of that attack? As I would say, news has spread very quickly on that front.
Any news on the circumstances of that attack?
All you know of that attack is that a forward invader came in and burned the place down, murdering everyone within. There were very few survivors, and these were some of the few survivors that were a part of that.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and ask you, what would you say what brought your character to hunting? Usually a default answer is that the Hunters Guild themselves are seasoned adventurers hired by the Gormon King to hunt exotic creatures, to bring back various meats and foods so that the Gormon King will be able to experience different cuisines that no one else in Io can do that. But there are various reasons why people join the hunt, whether it is for adventure, for fame, for fortune, for a challenge of some sort. Why would you say that your character has joined the Hunters Guild?
Well, what I had in mind, and feel free to chime in and or veto this.
Of course.
Was that my character was previously involved. He was a bodyguard. And for whatever reason, under whatever circumstances, that will currently remain undisclosed.
Mm-hmm.
He was reassigned. So now he hunts.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. That works for me. That's a good background that you would probably keep to yourself. It sounds like because of the undisclosed nature, you kind of keep your head down, make sure that you take your marks, handle your hunts, and just keep to yourself. Keep yourself alive, as you are an individual who is capable of, taking care of themselves. So, with that, you would see the four that you've heard about that are also looking for seasoned individuals, and you just kind of see them chatting at the table. A jar with 3 rocks can also be seen upon the table. What do you do?
Are they nondescript rocks? Are they glowing?
The rocks themselves, from the distance that you were at, look nondescript. They just look like 3 smooth stones, honestly.
Oh. Well, my first inclination is to get down to business. I will come in, take them in, and beeline it straight for him.
Okay.
As he's coming over, Dirk would be saying,
I don't even know. Why are we looking for more hunters? We're trying to topple the whole organization. You think recruiting people from the same organization is... Yeah. What?
When he approaches, can I slide a hand in the jar back into my inventory?
Yes, you can. As you approach you believed you saw a jar of rocks, but as you looked, apparently your eyes may have deceived you at that point, as the jar is not there.
this it then?
Is what?
This is a table and a place to eat.
Were we
Occupied.
informed that we would be having new party members?
Yeah. So, one of the things that is recommended by the Hunters Guild, if you do wish to continue to hunt, is to have a party of 5 or 6. Otherwise, your hunts are left limited to keep yourselves safe, essentially. And you've actually been encountering quite a bit of restriction for just simply having 4 people as part of your party. So you're currently looking for a 5th, potentially a 6th, to join
Just
in.
sitting at the recruitment table unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big balloon.
So,
Recruit me.
so I would say at that point, and you guys are free to kind of flavor this the way that you all would want to for what you all are doing, is that you have currently been given a description of certain recruits. You're probably looking for individuals that don't ask too many questions and are just trying to get by. People that aren't super invested with the Hunters Guild specifically. People that are kind of more in it for themselves, essentially, more than they are for. Not like the knight that you guys saw that was with you guys in previous sessions, who devoted themselves solely to the Hunters Guild. You're looking for more for independent individuals who hunt for their living. Does that sound right to you guys as character reasons?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. You may
So,
continue.
Dirk definitely is not on board,
Right.
because of the nature of what we're doing. So just
course.
as a background. Sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's completely optimized with Dirk. You're unfortunately finding a lot of roadblocks with the Hunters Guild with trying to adventure with just 4 people as far as getting supplies is concerned.
Perfect, got it.
Unfortunately, if you guys are against the guild, they are still a necessary evil at this point. As far as gathering resources and also being able to learn more about them, you kind of have to stay from within. But anyways, yeah. You see this robed man just glaring at you right now.
Smile.
So are you a hunter? What do you mean? Is this it?
I count 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. I was told that 4 would be present. And that you have openings.
Wait, somebody told you about us? Like, are we famous?
I've heard of your exploits as of late.
Oh.
Wait, how much have you heard? How much do you know of what we're doing? How much do you know?
Well, I know, as I'm sure everyone else in this establishment does, that you are the ones who remain.
And that's all you know. You don't know like why all that happened.
Should I?
Maybe.
What is Dirk's face right now while this conversation's happening?
Dirk is sort of looking around the room as he's saying this, not actually fully even looking at the high elf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I assume Dirk's just like looking around, trying to be cool, but at the same time, looking suspicious as hell at the same time. No one is looking in your direction.
Excuse my paranoid friend. We've been through quite a lot.
I've no doubt.
But if you're here to hunt with us, then I suppose another set of hands won't hurt at all.
Eric, we need to be clear on what we are hunting.
Monsters, of course.
You already have a prey.
Monsters, possibly. What if we're hunting something and we don't know whether or not it is a monster? How does that sit with your morals?
Does it pay the same?
I'm not sure if it pays in money, but it pays in power.
was really hoping you'd say justice.
Justice!
Justice!
An equal form of currency as far as I'm concerned.
Then I have to ask.
And he'll motion for you to like take a step closer.
I don't.
You don't take a step closer.
No.
How are you motioning?
Are you doing like a gathering? So at this point, you just see Dirk. He just like looking around suspiciously, trying to motion the gentleman over. The gentleman stands stalwart. He keeps motioning for. This goes on for about 10-20 seconds of him just.
Starts pointing at the stool.
He's like tilting his head, and it just looks like he's got a twitch. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, come over. Come over.
All right. While that's happening, you guys can talk for a minute. Dirk is going to pull out like a quill and a piece of paper and just start writing.
Okay.
Derek, are you okay? Do you have like a twitch or something?
I'm fine. How do you spell? Rebel.
All right. After writing for about 10 seconds, Dirk will hand the High Elf a note and say something along the lines of, "How comfortable are you with your position here at the Hunters Guild?"
You see, Dirk hands you a rolled up piece of paper that he wrote. What do you do, High Elf?
I'll unfurl it and glance it over.
You read the message.
I begin as if I'm going to read it out loud, just to fuck with him, and then I go.
Dirk, what do you do when it looks like he's about to read it out loud?
Just the looking around basically intensifies at twice the speed, and both of his hands like slam on the table.
Dirk, you look like you're in love or something. Is it like a love letter?
Oh my god.
I'll step closer now and slide the paper back on the table face down.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer the question, I will look around the tavern and shrug as if to say, I don't give a shit.
Dirk will take that information and become a bit easier and stop like kind of looking around, and his hands will raise from the table, and he'll just say,
Need my work then.
Well, you passed the Dirk test. I suppose you'll do.
And with a nod, I'll pull out the stool and sit, look from person to person.
Eric will put out his hand. I'm Eric Southpaw. And who might you be?
He'll look at the hand, look back up, and after a few seconds take it and simply say, Valeth.
I guess I should mention that Eric does smell of like compost and just like nature. He looks like he hasn't washed in like months. Just kind of rolling around the dirt.
Is that unexpected for hunters these days? What's the hygiene level of hunters like?
Oh, what? Oh, you mean just like in general?
Yeah.
I mean, they're hunters. A lot of hunters, since they're already adventuring for glory, already kind of just have this feeling of like they can do whatever you wish. So you have seen a couple of unhygienic hunters. It isn't very often that you do see it though, and this one is probably the most unhygienic hunter you've ever seen.
That's fun. Y'all shake.
Shake. The man that you just met, that's Dirk.
slight nod.
This one's Lenexi.
Hello, my
What-
name is Nexavirius Ginjalessendex. Do you have any gnome friends?
I'm afraid not.
Oh. Okay. I guess it's nice to meet you.
And the small one in the back there behind the book, that's Hayo.
Io is hidden behind a book, reading deeply.
Is there anything on the cover that I can read from my position?
Io, what book are you reading?
The front of this book is unremarkable. It has a gold trim and a etched picture of a deer.
There you go. As you begin to rest...
Does not respond.
As you guys begin to rest in your stools, learning a little bit more, evening begins to fall over the city of Trials, as you wait for your 6th person to arrive. Now running a little bit late, I would say.
Snake, can you type your character's name in the Discord, just so I know how it's spelled?
You got it.
It is at this point, now that evening has fallen over the city of Trials. Yeah, that's right. Scene transitions, yes. Day
I'm
to
so zoomed
night,
in I didn't even see
yes.
it.
Yeah, no, it's
I
all
saw
good.
it happening.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Summer,
Hello.
your character walks in. Please describe your character to the group.
Oh goodness. She is also an elf, but a bit different. More aquatic fish-looking ears than traditional elf ears. She's very tall, also at around 6 foot. She is wearing very ornate and decorative clothing. She almost looks like she came out of a nunnery or something like that. And she seems to have like a book or two at her side and a bag with lots of like ornate etchings and like patterns on it.
Oh, I actually have it. Hold on.
Oh yeah, she also has a little eel that's wrapped around her neck, kind of like a snake, and he has a little bubble of water over his gills and face area, kind of like a little astronaut helmet, but of water.
Is it a real eel?
Yes.
Is it living?
Yes.
How is it living?
I have a water bubble over his head.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Okay.
It's like a little astronaut helmet, but of water.
So you see that walk into the tavern.
She is very proper, has amazing posture, stands very tall.
Okay. Is this a what the fuck scenario? Like, is this common? Like, what?
No, absolutely not. This is
Okay.
definitely an uncommon sight.
And to the original point that I was making, Dirk will look at that and just straight up say, "What the fuck is that?"
Summer, at this point. Oh yeah. Also, feel free to introduce yourself.
Everyone knows who
character
Summer
you
is.
played.
Just keep
Hi.
going.
Hi, I'm Summer. I'm playing Cicely, the Dreamer of the Deep. She is an oracle from the deep that was sent to the Hunters Guild to learn how to how to get proper hunting of big game and bring it back to teach her group. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Teach her people how to hunt big game.
Were you trying to convince yourself or us there?
It wasn't a cult. She only looks like she was in a cult.
Summer's character, part of a second cult.
We don't talk about the first cult or the third. There's a weird mix of all of my characters in cults right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So, and to answer your question, Scott, if Summer's going to be in 3 of my games, she has to introduce herself 3 times to everybody. That's just how it works.
What a loser.
All right. So, give me a minute. Cicely, you walk in. The same thing I mentioned to Valeth before. You see the 4 hunters that you've heard rumors about, the ones that survived from the Hunter's Haven attack over to the southwest. And they also have a high elf with them. This individual you do not recognize, but they all seem to be gathered, albeit apprehensively. Cicely, what do you do?
She will very gracefully walk on over, almost gliding, and she'll approach and be like,
Oh, are you the four that made it out?
Oh God, is how many people? Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
very
I
good
mean,
then.
we made it into this place, so like we're inside now, so we might not be the people you're looking for.
Ah, no, I think you are indeed the people I'm looking for.
and then she will pull 2 cards out of her sleeve, and she'll like flash them at them all. And they're 2 tarot cards, one being the 4 of Wands, and the other being the Tower.
I see you have somebody else with you though as well.
And she'll like glance over to the High Elf.
Who he's side-eyeing you at this point. Not menacingly, not threateningly, just taking you in on his periphery.
Ah, greetings though. My name is Cicely. I heard of your group here. I was with the Hunters Guild to learn how to hunt bigger game for my people back home. I am an oracle by trade, a dreamer by night, whatever you need else during the rest of the time.
Have you been on many hunts so far?
Ah, indeed. I'm quite proficient from long range.
How do you move in such a dress?
You get used to it after a while.
I guess.
What is that eel made of?
Thank you. I was like, what is? No one's asking this. Why is there an eel on you?
The eel like tips his head and like nods at you.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
alive.
like that.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
How is that thing living?
The water? I have control water to help.
Are you just like constantly focusing on doing that? Would you
I
like
mean,
go
I
to
try
sleep?
my best. Listen, I got certain gifts from back home. They didn't want me to come unaccompanied.
What if you like get drunk? Does the water like go away?
I don't get drugged.
What if you get punched in the face?
No.
Have you ever been punched in the face?
You
No.
want to?
I'd prefer not, and maybe once or twice.
Alright, this is weird now. Alright, I'm just gonna ask the same thing and not go through this whole rigmarole I did last time. How much?
And then it'll get a bit more quiet.
He
much
looks
do you-
around nervously again. His
How
confidence
much are
fades
you,
immediately.
How much are you affiliated with all this?
Again, I was only here for educational purposes.
So if we were to have, say a hunt that would teach us vast amounts of potential knowledge, would that be something that is beneficial?
Indeed.
Oh, great. We're good then.
Does Dirk like calm down at this point in time?
Again, yes. Back to the somewhat calm state.
Okay.
And Dirk will glance over to Hayo as the holder of basically the knowledge of all the runes and all the stuff of what to do next.
Okay. Cicely, is there anything else that you do?
No, she'll just take a seat and she'll pull out some of her cards and just start messing with them a little bit.
Does the eel gargle at all in the water sphere, like, or something like that?
Maybe
the
every
eel make
once
you
in a
noise?
while if somebody gets too close to her.
Gotcha.
As two people are literally close to her.
No, like it's more like if they try to like lean in like next to her to like try to see what she's doing too much.
If like
You
some Karen
Literally
walks in.
before Brett asked, I was gonna say that Nixie leans over to look at the cards to the point that her nose is almost touching them.
The eel will growl a little bit, but he won't like bite you or anything like that.
Wow, this is really nice artwork. This is pretty. What is this? Did you make this? Are you an artist?
I am not an artist. These were cards that were given to me through my family. They are ways of reading fortunes or future events in a sense. That is a bit of how I found all of you.
I didn't know such a thing even existed.
It's a rare trade you see nowadays.
Wow. What kind of fortunes can you tell?
And simple questions. Such and forth, like, how will tomorrow go for me? What will I maybe find if I go somewhere? Stuff like that.
Do they have to be questions about you?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Hmm.
She
well,
withdraws slightly, deep in thought.
I have a question for both of you. Eric's going to rifle through his pockets and then pull out a vial of purple salt blood and put it on the table. Have you seen a liquid or a substance like this before?
Neither of you would have seen it.
I'll shrug.
I'm not familiar personally.
Okay. I'll take it back, put it back in his pocket. My research continues then.
So, as you continue to discuss everything, now meeting this party to see exactly how this hunt will go for everyone. This is where the Session 0 above board comes in. As mentioned briefly, you all have a plethora of options that you'll be able to take, and this will determine what you all will be doing during your first session. So, as mentioned, as far as general objectives go, overall, you guys are members of the Hunters Guild. You hunt creatures for the Gormon King. You improve upon your weapons. You continue to give additional ingredients and parts, or even full-blown recipes to the Gormon King. But you have recently discovered that this Hunters Guild may not be what it seems. Specifically, hearing the rumors of the Spire of Euclid being able to essentially either able to manufacture or release deadly creatures that are housed within the Spire itself. So, with that, it is time to gather information from you all, the party, of what you would like to do next. So, hunts are still active. You are still able to commence hunts with creatures if you do decide to do so. There are a new list of creatures that you're able to hunt for that will improve your weapon, aka raise your secondary class level up, or start brand new weapons in general. If you are interested in hunting a creature for session 1, you are able to do that. If you wish to essentially strengthen and empower yourselves further before you begin your trek to learn more of the Spire of Euclid. If you would like to go specifically to try and find the Spire directly, you have 2 routes about that. One would be gathering information of who actually holds these other stones that are said to be keys into the Spire of Euclid, or you using Hayo's knowledge to find more rune stones to essentially unlock a back way into the Spire instead of going the more direct front route of finding the keystones. With that, I would like to ask you what would be the first thing that you would do together as a group, and that will be what your first session will be next week. If you'd like, I can go down the list. You guys can have an in-character discussion about it. We can talk about it above board. Up to you how you'd like to handle it.
How do you guys want to do it? Because I know what I want to do.
Pretty cool.
What'd you say?
I said the stones are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Finding the stones will allow you to change your primary class.
And they will also serve as keys to enter the Spire as well?
Yep.
That sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty cool.
I guess out of character, is anybody looking for a specific class to change into?
No.
So we're all basic fighters. Well, we started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good now. I'm what I want to be.
If anyone wants to change their primary class, finding these stones would be the best way to go about doing it.
Yeah.
It is essentially keystones that will allow you entry into the Spire, but you have discovered knowledge of a back way, specifically the rune stones that seem to be scattered all about Atropa, if you wish to go that route without having to gather these memory class stones, essentially, which seem to have keepers in itself, individuals that are guarding the stones. That would involve you having to actually discover who those individuals are and either steal them or take them or be given to them in any way that you see fit. If you go like the route that Shonda went, which was essentially stone cold murder, take stones, that is also an option you can take, but ultimately up to your characters if how you want to do it.
Okay, is anyone not a class they want to be?
I'm happy.
Because I'm good.
Sounds like everyone's good.
In that case, Dirk would definitely want to pursue the Spire to see what Shonda was talking about. That's his only goal right now. So whatever method we do, whether it's the backdoor or the whole memory stone thing, that is what he would want to do for sure.
Okay, I can go down the list a bit. Hold on one sec. My thing did not load. Oh, there we go. Nexi, what would you like to do?
Yeah, the part inside me that plays a rogue in almost every game I play is screaming, "Go steal the stones!" But I'm really impartial and I'm down for whatever.
Okay. Eric, I'll just kind of go down the list of the first season characters. Eric, what are you feeling?
Ultimately, I guess it would be if we went for the stones, it's going to gain us a lot of attention and possibly a lot of targets on our back. If we go the route with Hayo unlocking these rooms and using the back door, it is probably the sneakiest. Who knows how many other people have her kind of power. And so perhaps if we went the back door route, it'd be the safest route.
Okay. Hayo, what are you thinking? What direction would you like to go?
She's not really interested in the stones. Okay. She's far more interested in the the thing she gave up religion for, which are
the rune
magic
stones.
Rune stones that are in the ground.
Okay, so it sounded like a pretty uniform answer. Okay, Valith, what about you? It seems that there is a mystery that is looking to be unearthed, specifically with the mysterious Spire. As this party you've joined seem to have a way in. Would you be interested in that, or would you wish to continue hunting creatures?
Well, it's not as if I'm beholden to the hunt one way or the other. I'm really, as far as I'm aware, they're the only game in town, and then at least in this tavern. Yeah. And at the very least, they have something interesting going on.
I would say, and as an addition to your character, if that's something that you're okay with, because of your mysterious background and your suspicious way of changing professions, I would say, would you be okay with the fact that other hunters may be wary of you?
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that would align. Yeah, I feel like that would align good, and also another reason why you would join this band of misfits, essentially.
Yeah, I would fit in. I wouldn't fit in very well elsewhere.
Yeah. And Cicely, what are you thinking?
She's just along for the ride. She was pointed in the direction of these people by her dreams and her cards, and she's just trying to figure out what her dreams are trying to say at this point. But if it led her to these people, so she's on board.
Okay, perfect. So in that direction, it sounds like you guys will be pursuing immediately to the Spire of Euclid. Not gathering the memory stones to open the front gate, which, as Eric has suggested, may direct unwanted attention to you guys. So instead, focusing on efforts on Hayo, being able to discover the rune stones, you will travel forth to find these three other rune stones that will open a back way into the Spire of Euclid without having to rely on memory stones to open the front way. With that, your first session would begin, more than likely, with you venturing forth to the first runestone, which would be over to the north, following the ley lines that Hayo is able to track for right now. Where this stone is and what danger this will take you to is uncertain. But traveling together as seasoned adventurers, you hope to find an answer as to what the Spire of Euclid has, specifically with the creatures of Atropa, and maybe even the Gormon King himself. As another note, the Gormon King resides in the City of Trials that you are currently in. If there's anything that you ever wish to do with that or investigate further, you are more than welcome to do so. as last campaign, there are fearsome creatures that the Hunters Guild will be more than happy to task you with if you so desire to go that route. Specific note, moment of note, if you guys do wish to fight a creature, it will be a dire creature encounter, which means it will be a battle that essentially lasts all session. By concluding that battle, you will receive monster parts that will allow you to empower your weapons and armor further, raising your secondary class, your weapon class, if you wish to gain more power at this point in time. Look at creatures as optional content that you all can go ahead and trail and go through. If there's ever, as you continue to investigate the Spire of Euclid, if there's ever a point you want to return to the tavern and go, hey guys, let's go ahead and hunt a crazy creature so we can get more strength, you are able to do so at any time. Your story of the Spire of Euclid is very much open, and the path that you take will always be determined to you. The session, once you fulfill certain objectives, I will always finish the session with the question of what do you do next as a party? And then the campaign will then continue over in this direction. This is definitely not a linear campaign. You all will have options of what direction you'd like to take. If you'd like to go ahead and take any side steps to do certain things, you are free to do so. The content will be prepared in the direction that you all want to go. I always believe D&D should be an open world, and I think Spire of Euclid is going to be one of the more open campaigns in the world of IO of what you guys want to do. So with that, it sounds like session 1 will be you traveling north to the First Runestone to try and unlock the way. Does that sound good with everyone?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I am happy to say welcome to Spire of Euclid, gang. And that wraps up session 0. So thank you guys so much for playing. I knew today was going to be more of a shorter session because I wanted to see what direction you guys want to go. But we will cater the campaign for the first session to be traveling north to see where the Runestone takes you. Of course, the adventure itself will be dangerous. You're free to gather supplies with what you'd like. And I do want to stress again, if any of you are in the mood for a big boss battle and want to level up your secondary classes, all you have to do is return back to the City of Trials, talk to the Hunt Keeper of this town here, Hunt Keeper Staka, and he will be able to let you know. Currently, the 3 monsters that you have available that you can face off, I will give you a very bottom line baseline description. You've got a fire lizard, specifically a fire salamander, an ice rock, aka an ice giant bird, and a sand snake, a snake that seems to hide within the sands of the beaches, more closer to Sicily's home. So if you all ever want to return to hunt a monster, you always have that option to do so. And then we will prepare it so that the following session, you will face off against that. Or I suppose a sand serpent, because Snake is here in chat. Hello, Snake.
I like fire.
So, but yeah. With that, I also want to let you know with the monster hunt specifically, we're also kind of going away a little bit from recipes for certain classes. So it's more flavor based of what you want to fight off against instead of we have to fight this thing to empower this weapon. All the monster parts can empower all the weapons or create new weapons for you if you do wish to change your weapon class specifically.
Cool.
So
And we do get all the proficiencies and expertise and everything from the second class?
Yep. Well, so with
Oh
with the weapons that you currently have, you only have the bottom baseline. So you don't have the additional skills and all that stuff. But with the new weapons that you'll be able to craft, you will actually, with that secondary class, be able to go into subclasses of that, as well as get the expertises, skill proficiencies, all those kind of things.
Okay, so do we or do we not fill in the proficiencies we get for having
Nope, you don't have to touch that at all. And also, D&D Beyond will automatically take that. So, as far as weapon proficiencies, you'll always be able to use the weapons and armor that you have equipped. But as far as choosing expertises or skills or subclasses right now, just go ahead and leave it blank for now.
Okay.
But if you do decide to fight off against creatures, the new weapons that you upgrade to, you will be given the option to choose the subclass, proficient, and the skills, expertise, all the drop-down boxes of your secondary class.
Okay, I already went and
So,
picked mine. I misunderstood. I need to change that.
Oh, no worries.
so we leave these blank. Yeah.
That is for now. Correct.
Okay.
And Snake, I can go ahead and take care of that for you. No problem. Yeah, you guys don't, unless you want to like mess around with your character sheets. When it comes to the secondary class stuff from the weapons, just to simplify it, let me handle it. And for now, and when you get new weapons at that point in time, you are free to, at that point, mess around with those drop-down boxes. But for now, as a simple transition, just leave everything alone. Everyone's character sheets should be good. If you see any discrepancies, let me know. I'll be happy to fix them for you.
I guess the only question I have is, do our weapons also grant us subclasses?
Yeah, so that's what I just mentioned. So
Okay.
your current weapons do not grant you a subclass as of yet.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
if you do decide to face off against the new creature marks of Atropa, and you create new weapons or upgrade your current existing weapons, you will then gain access to subclasses of your
So
your
the
weapons.
current ones just grant us like class features, but that would be full subclass kind of thing.
Yep. So your current weapons just grant you the basic features that don't require you to mess around with the drop down box. So for Rogue specifically, you get like sneak attack, and I think you get one other thing that you're able to do. If you decide to upgrade your weapons by facing off against these fearsome foes, then you get access to subclasses stuff. Also, the weapon upgrades will level up your weapons. So currently you're like level 3 weapon classes for your secondary subclasses. If you do decide to face off against these creatures, you will level up to either 4 or 5. I have not yet decided on which level it is, but at minimum your class will go up to 4, and you'll be able to choose subclasses and all the bonus stuff that comes with that secondary classes. But right now you just have a flat line, just whatever the basic class features are, because your weapons are still very low tier, is the best way to describe that.
Gotcha.
Cool. Is there any questions before we wrap up? If there's any confusion, I definitely want to make sure that I clear it up so you guys have a clear head and you're ready for session 1 next week.
Why is my health so much smaller than everyone else?
Well,
the glass.
Well, Momo, your nerd energy makes your health low. It's
Fuck away
because
from
it's because your book is of a wizard, and wizards have the lowest hit pool. Everyone else has chosen D8s and D10s. Yours is a D6. So also your Constitution score is pretty low. So you are the lowest of everyone. I am afraid. That is why. Someone else had a question, I believe.
Yeah, just
Yes.
reiterate. I definitely need to go through, or you can rather, and then clear out those additional class features for mine. I also don't have I have no gear because I didn't know what to do for that. I didn't know how you were handling it.
So you'll start with an inventory, and then give me a weapon type that you want. You're going melee, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so typically, because I think you wanted a Warlock Weapon, by default, the Warlock Weapon is Scythe. Would you be okay with the Scythe for now?
Is that can it be used one-handed?
If you want one hand specifically, we can engineer.
Like a sickle?
Engineer. Yeah, we can do a sickle, or if there's specifically a weapon that you want that's gonna fill your character. I have no problems imagining the weapon to look like what more you want. So if you're like, my character would use like more of a scimitar or a spear, I have no problem re-engineering that weapon for that.
Dude, you want my trident?
That could be hilarious.
If you want to try it, yeah. So you can go ahead and just DM me what weapon you want. I'll make sure to get that squared away for you. But yeah, I'll take care of all that. Don't worry about that. I'll make sure you're ready to go. Next week as well, if you select your tokens, you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner, you should already have 2 buttons, saving throw and skill checks. I'm going to make sure all of your attacks and abilities that you're able to do are clickable macros that you can use. So you won't have to necessarily use D&D Beyond for your abilities. All you have to do is just press a button.
Where do
It'll
we
roll-
see these things?
Upper left corner. So when you select your token, there'll be macro buttons there that should streamline the process. I've already applied your save skills, hit points, and all that to your tokens. So your skills and saves are all ready to go. And then I will have all of your attacks ready to go by next week as well. All you guys have to do is come in and play some D&D and have fun. I'll handle all the back end stuff for you.
Appreciate it.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other
One.
Yes, please.
Oh no, it's just Cicely rolled a 1.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I thought you were one more.
My first roll of the campaign.
I thought you were gonna say one more question, and I was like,
Oh.
yeah, whatever you need.
I
No,
have 2
I'm here,
bingos.
and it's gonna be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
You only
excited.
got 3 bingos.
I'm very excited. So yeah, keep in mind that the campaign is definitely more open-ended. The campaign will write around your actions and the direction that you guys go into. So don't worry about like, well, hey, this is the storyline. This is what we got to find. If there's ever if you ever want to like change a route or do an optional thing, I'm here to provide the experience for you guys, so you can all have a good time and have fun. So, thank you so much. If you have any questions whatsoever, shoot me a DM or message me in the Spire of Euclid channel. I'll be happy to answer to you. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Well,
Ignore that. Ignore that. Holds up hands. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. EST, will be the first session of Spire of Euclid.
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
I'll be there.
All right,
See
guys.
everybody then.
Thank you so
Take it
much.
easy, everybody.
I'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Sounds good. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Woo! Whoop. You guys having fun? So that is session 0. Primarily today's session was to get everyone's characters ready, make sure everyone was good to go. Kind of do a brief roleplay introduction, and then see what direction everyone actually wanted to go. What did you all think? Did y'all have a good time today? Good fun session 0 for everybody? The bingo duck is really working himself. It was good. I'm so glad I found this. Looking forward to it. Loved it. Awesome, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. This is a very, I'm always trying to change my DM style up, and Spire of Euclid's going to be really fun because it's going to be super open-ended. I'm really excited for that open-endedness of just... Yeah, so the storyline will continue as they march over to the next runestone to essentially open up the back way to the Spire of Euclid with a second runestone. They have 3 runestones to find. And maybe there'll be some big creature hunts. I have no idea. But essentially this allows for the quote-unquote monster hunter aspect originally of Hunters of Io to be more optional content than actually main content that players have to push themselves through. I want the world itself to be living and breathing. And this is just another way we're doing it. Adding 2 new characters in the middle of a conspiracy plot is fun. Lots of changes for plot twists. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Did you like the night transition, guys? I really have loved just doing night stuff, like actually having day cycles, night cycles, and it's just so much fun. I absolutely fucking love doing that shit. So, guys, thank you so much. Everyone, if you're brand new to the IO world, welcome. It's so glad to have you here. Do me a favor, join our IO Discord, specifically. If you are an artist, usually what we do, we like to show off fan art at the end of the session. So be sure to post your fan art there. We have ourselves a very good time. We also have looking for a group for D&D, player suggestions, if you want to talk spoilers. I'm always looking for map makers in the future, specifically for Phase 3, which is going to be coming up. So go on over there and just have a good conversation with everyone. Post everything that's going on. Guys, I want to let you know that we do have an Patreon. Patreon is how I'm able to do D&D for a living. Your contribution to Patreon has just allowed me to make this my main focus. Thank you to everyone who is a member of that. You can donate as little as $3 a month. Other tiers include a $5 tier, which uploads MP3s of every campaign that we do. A $10 tier where I try to upload weekly maps that I've worked on, including unreleased maps that never got used because players usually shift in different directions, yada, yada, yada. We have a $20 tier where I actually post game master notes. For those that were here from the Nova Hellscape specifically, we have released a new race manual. Masaya Nella did the art. I handled all the mechanics for it. But that can be found in the $20 tier. It's the race manual of the Nova Hellscape, of all the Nova Hellscape races, player races specifically, that will give you all the information you need if you want to add those races to your own personal campaign. Game master notes also include like just my game theory of DMing, as well as battles, notes, things of that nature. Really good time, you know. I also want to thank those that are $50 plus tiers. That includes Why Not Gemology, Baker Staunch, Lober Panda, Twitching Pickle, Starter Pack, Last Note, Eagle Wolf, Germs B, Wiry Traveler, and Con Air on DVD. Thank you guys so much for your big contribution. Bigger tiers also include me once a month upon your request, building magic items for you, building encounters for you. So yeah, consider supporting, because this is what I do for a living. And your Patreon support has allowed me to do that. So thank you again for all those that have supported. Again, if this is your first time in a World of IO campaign, welcome. We have a YouTube channel specifically. If you'd like to catch up on Hunters of IO Season 1, the story up to this point, be sure to head on over there, hit that subscription button. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, trying to get there. Thank you to everyone who subscribes, who continues to watch. Another way to support the channel without actually spending a dime. The ad revenue itself has allowed me to, again, another asset of how everything has been been going. I make money on the YouTube channel when you guys watch things on YouTube. When it comes to campaigns, if you would like to watch previous sessions, I do prefer YouTube over Twitch, and the only reason why is because I get ad revenue from YouTube, and you don't have to donate a dime, while all you're doing at this point is donating your time, which allows me to, again, become financially stable. So thank you so much. Consider supporting the World of IO YouTube channel. I showed this already before. I will show it again, so everyone can start getting the hype going with this. We are going to be opening a new store soon of D&D Raccoon merch. Let me go and show you what the storefront is going to look like once it is ready to go. Something to look forward to. Hopefully coming out either in August or September. This one, right? Let me go and double check. Yes. Boom. So every week or every month or bi-monthly, I'm going to be introducing our raccoon merch, D&D themed raccoon merch. The first thing that's coming out is the fighter class. That includes a fighter shirt, a fighter pin, and a fighter print. Yeah, the prices that you see are ultimately going to be the prices everything is. The shirt's going to be $25. The fighter pin is going to be $10. And the print is going to be $10. And there will be bundaroos. They will be bundles. All of it bundled together for $40. If you're interested in buying all three, you can go ahead and save yourself a little bit of money by buying it all as a bundle. And hopefully every month or by month, we will be releasing a new class. So it's currently the order is going to be fighter, wizard, rogue, and cleric, and then I'm gonna have to figure out what other order I want to do it in that. But there will be more. There'll be D&D raccoon merch coming very soon, TM. So keep an eye out for that. I'll also make sure I'm posting that over in the IO Discord to let you guys know when that's coming out. And then yeah, follow me on Twitter for just general musings. Twitter.com/BrettUltimus. I scream a lot into the void. I have a really good time. I lol a lot. So go on over there, hit that follow button. Greatly appreciate it. Before we wrap things up, truly though, let me take a moment to thank all of our subscribers, resubscribers, things of that nature. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed today. I appreciate you all so freaking much. We got 31 subscribers today. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you again for that. Starter Pack, thank you for gifting out a community sub. MJ Durlac, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 16 months. J Jam, thank you for the Prime sub. Speaking of Prime sub, if you could do me a favor, go ahead and check to see if you're using your Prime sub on anyone right now. If you are not using your Prime sub, consider dropping it over here. Get yourself some raccoon themed emotes. Free money for me. I greatly appreciate that. Soul Rider 2, thank you for gifting a tier 3 sub to Hey Chris Fox. That is really generous of you, Soul Rider. I really do appreciate that. Ellen Hux gifting out 5 tier 3 subs. What the hell? What? Ein Hux, yo, 5 tier 3 subs. Good Lord. So generous. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and misspell this. Mr. Stupid as for inner. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate that. Cypher, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. Falter, once again, thank you for the 15 tier 1 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. Wampa Domp, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome to the Rack Pack. Glad to have you on board. Advent Moose, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 7 months. Jay Remuel, thank you so much for the prime sub. And Isaac 2, thank you for gifting a 3-month tier 1 sub to Strange Charm Quirk. That's wild. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Really do appreciate that. All right, I'm done for today. I'm taking the day off tomorrow to rest, relax, unwind. Saturday, I'll be back with more than likely a Final Fantasy 14 stream. No misdemeanor this Saturday. Next D&D campaign is going to be this Monday at 7 p.m. EST. Nova Hellscape Episode 3. Going to be a big boss fight. Make sure you jump in and participate. Should be a really fun time. That's our brutal campaign, so there's going to be a lot of deadly shit that if scan checks aren't done, things aren't being done correctly, people will die, and I am excited for that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all Saturday for Final Fantasy 14. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely Thursday. Bye, guys.